pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Councilman O'Flaherty.
Present.
Councilman Castillo.
Here.
Councilman Fazio.
Here.
Councilman Hoppenstedt.
Here.
And Supervisor Linville.
Present. Somebody want to make a motion not to read the April 15 minutes?
Make a motion not to read the minutes of this.
Second. All vote aye. Okay.
Make a motion to approve the minutes. Second.
On the vote?
Aye.
Okay. I have an addition. It's to go discuss in executive session the police car. And Steve, you had an additional. Can you hear me? All right, so can you hear me now?
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have an addition for, special counsel resolution, so we can move forward with that. So this will be resolution number 34, resolution authorizing the retention of special counsel to enforce a certain money judgment. Today, May 6, 2026. Whereas the town of Plattekill obtained a judgment in the Supreme Court, Ulster County, entered on or about September 7th, 2017, and whereas the judgment remains unsatisfied in whole or in substantial part, and whereas the town board finds that it is in the best interest of the town to take all appropriate legal steps to enforce and preserve said judgment, including but not limited to renewal of the judgment pursuant to CPLR Section Code 5014, or 5014, I should say, and pursuant to enforcement remedies available under New York law, and whereas the town board further finds that special legal services are required to effectively pursue such enforcement remedies, including but not limited to income executions, property executions, restraining notices, information subpoenas, and related post-judgment enforcement proceedings. Now therefore be it resolved, the town board hereby authorizes the retention of Jason J. Kovacs Esquire as special counsel to the town of Plattekill for limited purposes of enforcing aforesaid judgment, and be it further resolved that such representation shall include, but not limited to, commencing and prosecuting an action to renew the judgment pursuant to CPLR Section Code 5014, preparing and issuing income executions pursuant to CPLR Section Code 5231, utilizing any and all judgment enforcement mechanisms available under Article 52 of the CPLR, including restraining notices, levies, garnishes, and post-judgment discoveries, and taking other such actions as may be necessary to collect or secure payment of the judgment. Be it further resolved that compensation for special counsel shall be on an hourly basis at a rate of $200 per hour, as agreed upon by the town board and special counsel, subject to any required audit approval of claims, and be it further resolved that the town supervisor or any member of the town board is hereby authorized to execute the retainer agreement consistent with the resolution, and be it further resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately, adopted this 6th day, May 2026, at the meeting of the town of board of Plattekill. Motion by, I'll make a motion.
Second.
Yep. Self and then Joe.
On the vote?
On the vote?
Aye.
Aye.
I recuse myself. Excuse me, Walden Playboy. Somebody here. Oh, right. You want to address the board?
Okay, good evening. Board. Again, I just returned our the last meeting. Our schedule was approved, our first race was approved, upon me, providing the camping permit to you guys. We did provide that to you, before the event, so I'm here today to ask you guys to approve the remainder of the schedule. So we did everything we possibly could to do everything as required. It was a good event, so.
Question,
Yes, sir.
on the amount of people that are camping, they're staying to 47%, or what was that?
Well, to me, honestly, it's a little confusing because I went back, when I received the permit this year, it said 47 on it.
Yes.
All years prior, it said 105. So this year, for some reason, it changed to 47. I don't know how or why.
Because wasn't that what, the judgment from the court?
It's possible. It's very confusing on the wording on it.
Okay.
And I've always just noticed what it said on the health department. So all the way back to 2022, it all says 105. And then this year, I received it, and for some reason, it says 47 on it. I'm gonna look further into that with the health department to see what the original agreement was with the health department and how we gotta change things if need be, according to our agreement.
Right, so did the health department, give you a number or what was approved? As far as what you have given?
On the current permit that I received from them for this year, it says 47, yes.
Okay, that's all that counts right now.
Okay.
If you're going up to anything else, it's Board of Health and the town.
Cause wasn't there two different numbers, wasn't there for overnight camping and then parking,
Correct.
if I remember correctly?
Correct, but the wording on our site plan, it is confusing. I don't know which is which. I'm just saying it is a little confusing. And then also with our permits from the county saying 105, that also, it extends the confusion. So, but yes, that's,
Okay, so we're gonna say with the lower number at this point?
yes.
Thank you.
Well, I'll make a motion then to grant them their yearly permit.
Second.
Any more discussion? On the vote? Aye.
Alright, as long as, I guess the only thing we're really waiting for is that number. The 45 is great,
He
That's
said,
fine.
but then,
I-
yeah,
he said he's gonna stick with that
Right.
low number until he gets.
but then the other
Yes,
thing is.
I'm gonna touch base with the health department, cause we really need to know what's what on both ends. I mean, you guys know I wanna know on my end because I get conflicting numbers. So when I contact the health department, I will gladly come back at the next meeting and let you know what I came up with and stuff like that. I mean, we wanna do the right thing, and I'm gonna continue to do the right thing.
Because actually,
just come back.
he doesn't have to wait for the meeting either.
Nope.
Cause he can contact, well, you know, he can
Contact the
contact
building
the
department,
building
they'll-
department.
Oh,
I just wanted to inquire what the permit was for.
It's for their yearly operating permit.
For the health department.
Okay.
Next is the Linkwell Electric Car Charging Port. They, asked if they needed a building permit and they wanted to waive the fees. I told them they do need the building permit to install the pedestal, and they're also gonna need electrical permit to install the electric, which they should fill out the paperwork and do it, simultaneously. So I don't know how the board would feel about waiving the permit fees. So, just, any input, guys.
What is being done with no cost to us at this present time, so as long as they get their fees, as long as they get their permits to do everything, I have no problem with waiving it. I don't know how the other board members feel.
Well, that's why I'm bringing it up.
agree with,
I'll make it as a motion that we waive the fee for the permits.
I'll second.
On the vote? Aye.
Right. No, the only reason, we have to send our building inspectors and stuff out to check it. So,
All right.
but use that number, maybe that's okay, no big deal.
Excuse me, the next two items are training for cybersecurity, and, I don't know if you we'll do that first, I'll let you take that over, James.
Oh, no, it was just a thing that came through, you know, we're getting messages, cybersecurity now is mandatory, for all of us, and after taking the course yesterday, we did things, we went through a lot of stuff, cause you could click on one wrong thing and mess up the whole system for the town. And then we also have the training for sexual harassment, workplace violence, we should make sure everybody's on that.
Correct. Okay, the next topic, I guess you could address that too, is the sign law.
Hold on one sec.
Go on.
James, on the, training, cybersecurity, all the, regulatory requirements, that stuff, do we have a list of who did and who didn't yet? We should get that list and then create a deadline to get this
Yes,
done.
remember we talked about a deadline a few months ago, and we were like, I think it was February,
Correct.
we'll go till like
I think we said
June,
March, right.
and then we kind of
We don't
didn't
even have,
talk about it again,
we
right?
don't even have a list, so we get a list of what the requirements are, and then we can email them and tell them you got until August.
Well, zoning and planning, we'll get a list from Liz, that's easy to do, cause she keeps track of it.
Yeah.
And I don't know who would,
Well, I'm just saying, once we have that
Tiffany needs
together.
to keep the other
Right.
list, so whoever has access to that folder, I guess that would be that,
Then we gotta set up a deadline to get it done this year, so it's done this year,
yes.
and we're not chasing it continuously. So let's do that.
So, what do you wanna do as far as setting up a date then?
The day we can't do it until we get the list. We gotta figure out how many people are in arrears on, the training,
Alright,
you know what I mean?
so who's gonna
I
file
will
that?
start on part of the list with Liz tomorrow, cause that's easy to get,
Okay.
and the list for everyone else, I guess we'll have to figure out.
Just get it
Who
ready.
has that folder?
Yeah, we can get it ready for the next
Yes.
meeting, and then, we'll figure out from that list, we'll have to email them their delinquencies or whatever it is, and then get them, we'll have to figure out a deadline. We gotta figure out a deadline to get it done.
Alright. We'll just start talking about the sign, is the sign law?
Yes, we could do, we'll roll both of those into one, sign law and also the littering law. Littering, well, the sign law is first. Bill did some research, looked up other towns, and it's not just signs on telephone poles or whatnot, it's on the right of ways, county roads, state roads, town roads. So he wants to make sure, working with me, he wants to make sure everything's done right. And I'm sure we'll probably bring highway superintendent in for some of his input, where signs go and where they shouldn't go. And the littering law, it's actually much more than just papers on the side of the road, which Bill printed out the law from the town lawyer. So we will look over that and try and incorporate some of that.
Okay, so you're working on it then?
Yes.
Alright, that's good. Speed limit reduction at Blackstone Elementary School, we haven't heard back from, DOT, so I don't know what you guys think should be the next step. Send another letter, I don't know what else,
Because the last letter you sent out was like,
in three.
it was over a month ago, right?
Yeah,
March.
they had the police had, I believe,
They have their sign there.
you had your sign, so if you have the updated, reports on that this will be presented to DOT.
Is it not common for them to return calls, or what's their, I mean, it's not seems like a safety request,
Yes.
and we're chasing them for it.
Yeah, all the time.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't either, I mean, a lot of those agencies don't react too quickly, that's for sure.
So you gotta get hit by a bus before they reduce.
Yeah.
Well, that's
or
like
get
with,
killed.
with traffic,
That's what I mean.
that's the criteria.
Yeah.
Not enough people got killed,
Cool.
and if they do, then they'll put it up.
Right.
Okay. This is to set a public hearing, for updated building department codes that are amended, so,
Cause we all got, when did we get that, those papers from him? It was a few meetings ago.
Yeah.
Quite a
was.
while,
Yeah, about 6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yes, just with some of his recommendations.
so then really, would we have to, excuse me, walk me through the steps, so we'd have to present at the next meeting and set up public hearing? Is that the right criteria?
Yeah.
This week.
You talked about it 6 weeks ago, it's on the back table, so now you have to set a public hearing.
Okay,
You have to pick a date.
all right. Anybody have,
Next meeting,
you wanna do it next meeting?
Yeah. There we
might
go.
as well get it done.
Yeah.
All right, so then
No, I will be.
But he won't know that.
I'm just.
Oh, all right, well, so
Exactly.
hopefully the four of us will be here,
Okay.
so. All right, then I'll make a motion that we set up public hearing, for the building, code amendments for May 20th.
I will second that.
On the vote?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, I guess next is, new business. Have a memo from the court, I'm sorry, special counsel?
No, that's not it.
Oh, no, that's this one here, it's, they're submitting a letter, town board, that they need a special prosecutor, vehicle and traffic court, because there's a conflict of interest. So the present, prosecutor has to recuse himself, and they are, requesting a special prosecutor. So, they're asking for our approval to assign attorney Robert Zacchio as special prosecutor for this matter. So,
I'll make a motion, we approve them to assign Attorney Robert Zacchio for special counsel for this matter.
I'll second it. Any discussion? No. On the vote? Aye. Okay. Next is the 284 highway agreement.
Folks had time to read the agreement I sent? Yes. So basically, we have three major projects, for this year. We're looking to pave, all of Freetown Highway, do some milling on the road, and the complete paving, 3.1 miles. Huckleberry Turnpike, 1.2 miles, and Unionville, 3/4 of a mile. So with that, combined with the, funds from the DA 5110.4, this year's contractual account, it's gonna be about a $955,000 expenditure. We're gonna have to move $560,000 from the highway unassigned fund balance to make that happen. We have the funds, so there's no issue with the funding. The 284 agreement is just the transparency of the highway department, the highway superintendent, letting the board know, what projects we have planned. That'll also leave us with $275,000 in our general repair line for everything else that we do. So that's where we're at.
So do we have to make a motion for this or no?
Yeah, you can, it's just I need, majority of the board to understand it and acknowledge it. And then, there's a spot on it for you folks to sign, then I signed it, I will sign it afterwards, and we send it up to the county.
All right, then I'll make a motion that, we approve the 284 agreement.
I'll second it.
On the vote?
Aye. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Next item is the highway wants, request to purchase a bucket truck. You wanna explain that, Bobby, or?
Sure, so we no longer have a way to trim trees. We used to use a cage in the front bucket of the backhoe, and it's probably not a great way to do it anymore. So get with the times, there is, trucks available off the Onondaga County bid. We spec'd it more like a forestry truck, it's got a cab protector on it, 40-foot, boom, has hydraulics up to the, basket to run the, hydraulic saws. It'd be on a Ford F-550 chassis, non-insulated bucket, we're not gonna be working around wires. Off the Onondaga County bid, the cost would be $209,404.54, $209,404.54. And that's about 6 months to a year out from being built. We also designed it, it's got outriggers for safety, it's got, flatbeds instead of a bunch of, cabinets that would rust and rot in the future, so we kept it pretty simple. Aluminum flatbed on a cab chassis with a 40-foot, boom. It'll reach out to about 30 feet off to the side with the outrigger legs, and most of our work is off to the side, not directly overhead. And
What
we also
engine,
have
Bob?
funds in the other.
Gas or diesel?
Gas.
So, and And it's gonna be four-wheel drive?
Yes, four-wheel drive, gas engine. Yep, and off the Onondaga County bid, and like I say, that would be a transfer also from the unassigned fund balance.
Well, it's all safety, it should be done.
Yeah, we spent a lot of money in contractors the last couple of years, doing what we can do in-house,
Yes.
so.
I'll make a motion, we purchase the bucket truck.
I'll second.
All on the vote?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. And, Mike, I'll get with you at some point, I think at the end of the meeting, to have you just sign a couple things.
All right, and you're also gonna use that to do like Christmas decorations
Oh, yeah, yeah.
and put up
It-
flags, stuff
It
like that.
probably has just as much use building the grounds at the park as it does for highway.
I think he actually, didn't you put most of that in the letter?
Yeah.
Putting up banners, lights, Christmas tree decorating.
All the points on
Yes.
the flagpoles, buildings and grounds, Christmas lights, the banners for veterans, yes. It's got
I think that should have been done already.
It's kind of, yeah. So, just, like I say, at the end of the meeting, if you guys could sign the 284 agreement for me, and Mike will have you sign the purchase agreement. At some point, I'll be able to get a purchase order number when we get things squared away, but I can at least get the order placed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is the peddler's permit for Marco's Food Truck.
If you really good, always,
I saw it in there somewhere.
Yeah, he had everything in order, so.
yeah, that's,
And
Oh.
remember the one request he had when he stepped into the office?
You wanna go
He says,
2
can you
years?
do it for 2 years? Absolutely no sense, because the Board of Health only does it 1 year.
Right.
right.
Before you vote, where is this?
Next to you.
Next to you, this is what we have.
The guy who-
It's Sonny's old, parking lot.
Just wondering.
Yeah, no, yeah,
Are we moving the generator to the other side?
we're gonna move it right in front of my house.
He's been very
No,
good.
you've been great. No problems, right?
So then, I'll make a motion then to grant him his peddler's permit. On the vote?
Aye.
Okay. Six. Next is, yearly, junkyard permits for Scrams and Burns Junkyard. Let's see. So I guess we just need to make a motion to, pass their yearly permit, unless that's.
I would assume they paid then.
They
right?
did, I got, yeah, I saw the checks.
Okay.
So that's it, just make a motion, Mr. Attorney. Then I'll make a motion that, they're granted their yearly, permits.
Second.
On the vote?
Aye.
Oh, there's a letter here for vendor. Who's in here? Where is that?
That's the one, you guys don't have that. Right there.
Here it is. Okay, this is a suggestion for a vendor to run the, kitchen at the park. It was, suggested by Patty Capola. It was, during the soccer games, so that, because there's a lot of, I guess, people there, and there's a lack of food, so, it's a suggestion. I don't know how the board would feel about it.
If the, soccer people, it's very hard because sometimes they can't get volunteers to do it as fundraisers. So, that's up to the board, I don't know, you know.
Well, why don't we maybe canvass for vendors and see if somebody might be interested,
Yeah.
because, you know.
We should. As long as they're the ones that, if we coach the soccer, it is for the soccer league
Yeah,
itself.
yes,
Yeah, as long as they manage somebody that
No,
they
it's got
want.
nothing to do with the soccer league.
but it's for their.
It would be on the weekends because of
Right.
soccer being there, yes, but it has nothing to do with the soccer league.
You're saying because it's got
Because we have so many people
Correct.
there at the park on Saturdays,
Right.
or,
They're not doing no volunteer, food at all?
concessions.
Concessions?
No.
they do nothing. Everybody leaves to go to Hannaford or Dunkin' or Paisanos.
How do you, what's
Mr.
the,
Mr.
I don't know.
Wager,
Yes, sir.
because you do the parking lot, do you feel that vendor in will be okay, or, because I don't wanna go against your policies either, or the town's?
I believe, if my memory serves me right, I could be wrong, it's not a kitchen.
No, it's not a working
It's just
kitchen.
meant for serving prepared food,
Right,
so it wasn't, I don't know what that does, board of health permits, that kind of stuff.
No.
It's not designed to be used.
it's not a truck.
We could probably get like a food truck.
Food truck
Right.
with proper,
Yeah,
health department,
Permits or whatever.
right.
So you're not talking about utilizing the pavilion as the facility as a standalone, you're talking about a separate truck that shows up
Right.
to sell concessions.
Yeah.
There and then.
In the
What
parking lot.
she's saying is the use of the pavilion.
Yeah, I think that's what it says here, but,
So the problem is
But-
the kitchen isn't Department of Health rated, so they can't cook in
No,
there.
I heard.
And sometimes we
Gotcha.
have it rented out for individual parties.
Well, I think
So that's
from
why
a-
it can't be used.
I think from a broader perspective, let's just say the kitchen is eliminated, you have to, if you wanna consider the food truck being there on the weekend type of thing.
You're down in one of
But you would say, let me just ask a question, would you have that vendor would purchase a peddler's permit through us
Correct.
to have access to that,
right.
and then they would, okay, yeah, I mean, that could possibly
And
work.
would that be only one?
one vendor?
Correct.
There's only one peddler license for one vendor.
Okay. It's wonderful.
So then, what will we do, advertise, or what will the board want to do?
I have no idea.
We're not gonna do anything.
No, but you two,
It's the soccer league, correct? Who wants
No,
to
it's
do
not
it?
even.
no,
really,
I guess
no.
according to Joe, no, but,
No, it's the town,
Right.
because
yeah,
they're
that's
suggesting,
suggested.
the way it's reading is, they're suggesting due to volume on the weekends.
Right.
It can be because of the soccer team, but it could also be just because it's the weekend and families are there. They're just saying because of the demand of people there, it would possibly make sense. Not because of the soccer league or the soccer league's requesting it. It's just saying that there's volume there and somebody could benefit and maybe the town sells another permit. That's kind of that.
Yeah,
So if somebody comes here, I think it's an approval thing. If somebody comes here that they would like to do that, they would ask for approval from the board.
Right.
And I think once we have somebody come in that says they would like to do that.
well, they'd have to meet the same
Yeah,
criteria
same
we did
criteria,
with
yes,
this
same
guy.
criteria, yes.
Exactly.
Just like the other one.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, if
We're
the
open
board's,
to it.
I mean, if you're comfortable with that, then, all right, well, have to get down, I'm sorry, what is it?
Would that also include things like the music in the park in summer?
Normally, Modena does that.
Oh,
Or
fine.
Flat, I thought it was Platic though, is it Modena?
No,
Modena?
fine.
Oh, Modena does that one?
Yeah, Modena
For
Firehouse.
music in the park,
Does,
Modena
yeah,
Fire
fundraiser.
Department.
Okay,
You don't wanna take anything away from the firemen.
no, I don't either,
Oh.
I wasn't sure who did what. All right, so. And, okay, the next one then is the Memorial Day band. I guess, I don't know if you could comment on this, as we have to get a check to the Veterans Committee. Explain to me how this supposed to work.
There's a check from the Veterans Memorial Fund that goes to the band. I believe Carol already submitted a permit, and I'd like to see the board put it on our bulletin out front, and I expect the town board will participate in the parade.
So what do you need, a motion from us to approve the money for?
approve- Yes, Carol gave you I don't know if it's the same as last year,
It is.
because I'm not the chairman.
Chairperson.
Carol said it was the same.
So if it's the same as last year, that's what, 1,500?
I don't think it's even that much.
No, what was it, no, 1100.
Have you got it?
Yeah, I have it.
Okay. Because I don't honestly know. What
I think they said it was
I know they
1100.
went up last year.
1,150.
Oh, that's good. They-
I'll make a motion, we pay the band.
I'll second.
$1,150. All right, all on the vote? Aye. Okay.
see about the,
We work,
pedestal and, microphones for the day of the
No,
parade
no,
up at
no,
the
it's-
park? Jimmy,
Went over there.
You see the loud music?
see
The
if
guy
we
across the
could
street
use
here,
the
facility
For what?
for Veterans Day?
Memorial Day.
Memorial Day. Yeah, Memorial Day, not Veterans Day.
I don't know, who was I gonna go see across the street? We stopped using him.
We have our own.
We have a
It's in
podium.
the back closet.
Oh,
I didn't,
Pedestal?
no one ever told
And
us
Mike?
that.
Pedestal's right there,
Oh,
and the sound
cool.
system is back in there, and that's what we used last year.
I had
Okay.
no
We purchased
idea,
it last
nobody
year,
told
and it's in the
us.
back, and it's
All right.
battery operated.
Okay,
Oh.
that's great.
That's what I told you 2 weeks ago that we had. I told you 2 weeks ago that we had the PA system in here.
but I thought that was for here, I didn't realize that was for,
no, we have a
No,
local one.
that was
to go
here.
there.
Okay.
When they go-
So do we
all
have
right.
permission of usage?
Yes.
Yes.
That you will also provide the transportation to get it up there
And get it set up.
and set up?
At your number, Willie.
Yeah, I know.
Do everything,
Yes?
What, yes.
Did you say yes, Ron? Okay. Just checking.
And then,
Got his fingers crossed.
July
I
18th,
know.
Michael,
Excuse me?
July 18th, the Fest is going to have the VA luncheon at the Elks in Newport, like we do every year.
Okay,
The Rotary is not partnering with us, it is the Elks. And we will be purchasing the meats and that, but, the Elks is gonna do the cooking. All the salads and that will be donated and named for that day,
okay.
all right? And I expect that the town board will help us through that day.
Yes?
no comment.
If I can be there, if I can be there, I will be there,
Fun time.
that's true.
You gotta learn to get an answer.
I'm
Playing it down the middle like a politician.
I see.
Don't do
What,
that,
um,
'cause
I have
you'll
not
lose.
yet.
Touche.
All right, next is, bus contract with New Paltz School District for summer camp. So, what's the deal with this here?
They actually changed that around a little bit, right? The contract, cause they were paying, they had the contract and they were paying for the drivers separate. It was explained to me a while ago, but I believe they're still using New Paltz School.
Which makes sense.
All right, so,
Summer camp.
all right, so then what do we have to do, make a motion?
So I'll
So is
make
it
a
all
motion.
hold on one second, is it all together, it's not, we're not paying drivers separate from buses or?
Correct.
Okay, just so I know. All right, Joe, I'm sorry, go ahead.
So I'll make a motion that the town supervisor and the town clerk sign the contract with New Paltz Schools for the summer camp bus.
I will second that.
On the vote?
Aye.
Aye.
What does the summer camp bus do?
Takes the kids from summer camp to field trips.
Field trips like for bowling
Yeah,
and.
so like if it's
if
raining,
we
they'll
have
go to the
swimming.
movie theater, in New
Oh.
Paltz or something.
Oh, I see. Okay. Sounds reasonable.
That's good.
Next is, the Citizen of the Year Award Committee. So Annette, you wanna expound on that, please?
Thank you very much. Last year, there was a question about, the criteria. So we decided to meet in the spring. And the result of our meeting is, just to fill you in on the reason for the initial thing, is the criteria for, no elected officials. What they added to make it more specific is no publicly elected officials, school board members, fire commissioner members, things like that. It's all the same, there's basically no difference, but we just clarified it. Then we proceeded to discuss having a second award for a Youth of the Year award for 11 to 17-year-olds. They would promote it through the schools, through Scouts, social media, etc. So if that's to happen, we would need your permission. Jenny Hansen was gonna be here, but unfortunately she couldn't be. She would have had a very nice presentation for you. But that's what we're looking to do. Now, with that comes money. Because what the Citizen of the Year gets is a plaque, given to them. But also, if you notice, in the hallway, there is, a plaque with plates of the people's names, the recipients. That is filled, as of 2023. So regardless, we would still need to have a new Citizen of the Year plaque. And then if you decided to go with the Youth of the Year, we would have to buy a plaque, and Dwight was very kind to give us some, pricing. A plaque would cost, with 24 plaques on, 24 plates on it, would be approximately $270. Perpetual plaque engraved, that's the top of the plaque, would be $100, and then the header engraving would be $25, coming up to $395. Now, we're definitely gonna need one for Citizen of the Year, and if you decide to go with the, Youth of the Year, that would double it.
24 places is 24 years?
Yes.
Not necessarily,
Oh.
because, sometimes there's two,
More than
once
one.
we've actually had
Oh.
3 recipients.
Okay. Let's limit that.
I would like to speak after Susan.
Okay.
Are you gonna talk about this?
Yes,
Okay,
yes, ma'am.
I have stuff after it.
Okay.
All right,
I
I'm gonna move on to something a little different.
I feel that this is for our adults. I think what we were trying to do was to create a real community, Plattekill community. And originally it was said that this is plaques for little people that do a lot of little things, are never recognized. And I prefer to see it stay that way. Basically because many that are in the age range that she said, you do have Scouts and you have other programs and there's school programs, and you get different plaques for your marks and your playing baseball, and you know, there's a lot. And I prefer to see it remain for the people in the community, because you on the town board should be building the community. And the school system is part of the community, even though it may not be located here except in Plattekill. So I prefer to be for adults that do these little things, that take people to the doctors and make sure Henrietta isn't starving even though she's 94 and things like that. And I think that's what it was originated by her mother.
Yes,
And I think,
I agree, Esther, I'm with
I
you.
agree.
okay, thank you very much.
I agree.
I appreciate that.
I'll make a motion if this, unless the board wants to talk some more, I'll make a motion that we get it back.
I just want to ask, because Annette, you had here looking for approval for the library
Library.
and also create an email. Is this, or this was you?
That's me. I don't think I said library.
Hold on.
Nothing on it says library.
It says library. Are you in the wrong meeting?
No, the meeting was at the library.
Oh, about the
Community
library.
room.
Oh, and then you have, so then what's this here? Oh, hold on.
All right.
And then,
What they would like to do is bring the nominations more into the 21st century. create like an email or a website, a page, I would say website. This is where Jamie would really come in handy to be able to explain it to you. Make fillable forms, relieve Sarah from doing some of the stuff. We would still have paper applications. Some of us are old and still use paper.
That's fine.
So, but we're looking for permission from you to be able to create something, and link it to the town page like we do the Veterans Committee. You look confused because,
That makes
I would
sense.
like to also tell you, I did not attend that meeting she's referring to.
they
And
have to
as I,
look, they know you're not there.
and as I stated, this is for our community.
All right, that's what I thought. You wanted to go make.
What's that got to do?
Well, because you told me several things that it was extending, and I wanted to keep it
No, we're keeping it as flat,
as Platicville.
or the five towns in flat.
Hamlets.
Five hamlets.
They just wanna do more promotion to get more nominations, things like that.
Well, that could be done.
So you want permission to create an email through the town, cause we have a spot, we have extra emails.
Oh, okay, you'd have to talk to Jamie
Okay,
about that, I don't know.
I'm just trying to confirm, and you guys want permission to create a Citizen of the Year Facebook page, is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Cause it says you guys want a Citizen of the Year page.
Is that what they decided?
Right, is that what we want?
I don't know if they necessarily wanted the social media, but the idea when you see a QR code or something like that, all that stuff could generate an online form, and it still would be, privately sent back, so it wouldn't be, so the surprise is there.
Yeah, it would
And
go
the
to the,
QR form would come back. I don't think they were looking for a social media, I don't remember that part, that's
Okay.
that's a lot of work. But I think they're trying to use technology to, somebody sees something, they can nominate somebody in the community of Platicville somewhere for these, things that they're looking to, recognize their citizens for.
May I ask a question of that individual who just spoke?
Yes.
Mr. White.
What I'm hearing you say is someone outside the community could do a recommendation.
No.
I believe how it is set up now, that the individual has to be from the community.
To help you out, none of those rules seem to want to change, we're just trying to use some electronic to get those things to happen.
Okay,
That's
these
all.
are electronics, I just wanna make
Yeah.
sure
It stays in town.
it
Well
stays
done.
in our
Community.
community.
If
Like,
you have more questions and want to wait till the next meeting, then maybe Jamie will be able to attend and answer anything. I'm sorry, I just don't, I'm not good with it.
No, it's okay. I'd like to make a motion to get a new plaque, like suggested, for
For
the,
Citizen of the Year.
for the Citizen of the Year, because the other one is full.
Let me ask you a dumb question.
Oh, wait, you need a second. Then we'll go to discussion.
No, hold on, I thought you did the discussion first. then-
No, you second, then you can say. I'll second it.
Okay,
Now then-
thank you.
No, yeah.
So are we doing a double up for the
No.
kids from 11 through, so we're not?
No.
Okay.
No?
Because we're.
Only for
Well,
the senior.
technically, you did vote, no, yes.
Right, but.
He's only talking about.
I'm only talking about the
The adults.
citizen,
One
senior
plaque,
citizen.
one plaque, not two plaques.
That's all I'm talking
So it sounds like no matter what, we're gonna have to buy 2 plaques.
No.
Buy another plaque for town hall,
No,
One
That
plaque
one's full.
to town hall,
Yeah,
and one
that's
plaque for,
and the person, Sarah does the beautiful little wooden, you explain it.
You do
A
the,
personal plaque.
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, that one.
the usage of
Yeah, those I know.
being able to have 2 plaques is that sometimes the way that you have names come in, there are 2 people that you may want to receive the plaque.
Yes, she covered that.
Because sometimes we are dealing with the elderly. In other
Yeah.
words, if you don't give them the plaque this year, they may not be with us next year. The town board also gives out.
Let's throw it to the other stone.
Yeah, we give it to the plaque by
I mean,
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's
the other thing that I was talking about basically was, it is for those who live in the community that are not children. Goldberg.
Yes. I'm all good.
Okay.
All right, so.
There's a motion and a second.
Second, so on the vote?
Aye.
Okay,
Are you gonna hold off on the youth, or are you gonna?
No, we're not, at this time, it wouldn't be in the budget at this time, so maybe we can look at it for next year. But like Mrs. Capola said,
I'm
Okay.
still alive.
Mrs. Capola said that
Oh,
we're
you're
trying to
so
keep it for the
open,
seniors
yeah.
at this present time.
Huh?
Okay, so it's not a definite no, it's, you'll look at it again maybe.
Maybe.
Hold on, Willie, it's not just for seniors though.
You can't leave me
Oh,
alone.
this one was.
Adult.
well, adults, not seniors,
Adults.
adults.
Teens and over.
Yeah,
The youth was 11 to 17.
I'm sorry,
and
not
fifteen.
kidding, the seniors, the citizen of the year.
Yes,
We have had young ones,
Yeah, we had some.
and we've had some old ones.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't, you don't have them deceased, we're okay.
They can be.
yeah, that's true.
3 years.
Yes, they
Okay.
did work for Gunther.
I open
Um,
the can of worms, can they vote?
Sure.
Okay, so next.
Next is,
When are we in public input?
oh,
You
wow.
had it.
Yeah, we've been having it the whole night, all right. I'll open the floor then for public, I know. we
No,
do.
you gotta finish your agenda.
Finish it? Okay, we got interviews are gonna be set up for, bookkeeper, May 14th at 5:15, and for supervisor clerk, May 7th at 5:45. So,
What is that for, Michael?
interview for a bookkeeper and a secretary,
Oh,
because I don't have a
I
bookkeeper and
didn't hear
secretary.
you in the beginning.
I'm sorry, no, I don't have a bookkeeper secretary anymore.
Says
When
that-
are they again?
May 14th, 5:15, and the clerk is May 7th, 5:45.
What was the time, I'm sorry, I missed it.
Which one?
Both.
One's at 5:15, that's
Okay.
May 14th, and the other one is 5:45.
Okay.
On the 7th.
Correct.
Have you got the computer up and running now?
Computers?
Yeah.
Well, right now, what we have is the, accountant is hooked into our computer so they can, do, accounting, our accounting needs. So, we'll get to that.
In other words, you're saying the
What?
same computer guy is not handling it?
No, our accountant is handling
He-
the books.
What he did was he,
Did he bring back what was
No,
scrubbed?
that is not.
no, that's a whole nother conversation. No, that didn't happen. I guess I'll make a motion, then I guess we'll have public input since I have a lot of things.
Just then.
Then you, so I'm not gonna give anybody an opportunity. I'll make a motion, public input, 7:48.
Second.
All right, I'll vote, aye.
No.
Add people, speak to, if there's anything else to say, add it.
Esther mentioned earlier about the Veterans Committee and the banners. If you drive around town, you will notice that they are up. The guys have been doing double duty in far as making sure everything is right, just trying to make everything work, and especially,
It was all volunteers.
I have a question about that.
yes,
Who decided on what poles the banners are supposed to go on?
Central Hudson gave them a list.
Cause I've got complaints that certain people have bought, they're not on the poles that they wanted them on.
Well, if Central Hudson says they can't go on that pole,
But
You
what's the
can't-
difference between one pole and another?
The
it's
owner
gotta
of the
be
pole.
what's at the top of
Some
that
of them are
pole.
owned by Verizon,
or
some are
whatever.
owned by Central
They
Hudson,
own
some are
them.
owned by homeowners.
I can't add too much to it, so we got a list of poles from Central Hudson, the veterans received the list.
Yeah.
It's very difficult because not all poles are allowed to have banners on them. They look like perfectly good poles, but from Dollar General south on 32 to Tea Kettle, not one pole is on the list. There's a lot of poles that are way off the road, a lot of poles have trees in front of them, a lot of poles you just can't access. So for every, you know, there's a lot of poles, not all poles are usable, and not all poles are on the list.
Okay, well, I didn't know that, cause I'm getting complaints.
Some are old.
And the volunteers that are putting them up have the list, so there's.
Well, see, I didn't know that. I'm just, like I said, I'm getting complaints from people said, why is my relative's thing over here instead of where I asked for it over here? That's all.
American flags on all the poles.
How many banners are there?
But Central Hudson Corpus, the one I can really specifically talk about, is in Clintondale on the corner of Maple and 4455. Central Hudson called, I had to call the fire department and ask them to take it down.
Take what
Because
down?
the American flag on the pole, because turning it can break them or whatever. And Central Hudson then, and that was going back 5 years, said, we will tell you where you can put them and where you can't. And that's what we've done from that point on. And now with the banners, Central Hudson has produced the list of what poles they can go on.
Well, now that I know that, I can tell people that, but
Well,
before,
actually, before the fact, Mike, not to jump in, but maybe they should be told before they order the banner, where would you like it, and they have a list, and they could say, well, no, it can't go there, and that may help them decide whether they want it or not.
And not make for bad feelings, you're correct.
That
Jim.
was a miscommunication from the beginning, because people thought that they could tell the committee where they wanted it. And as Bob said, they're very limited, but you have to understand that Bob and Dwight, I don't know who else, they have been doing this and trying to accommodate as best they can.
well, I didn't know any of this till just right now, so I didn't have an answer, so.
How many banners total quantity?
There were 10, and then Carol said there were more, so 13 or 14
And
maybe.
there's more coming, so they'll.
In that ballpark.
Okay. Got it.
But
I just have an idea for later.
But where the 5 hamlets are, people that ordered the banners want them in the hamlet that they're in.
You're right.
I
So
understand,
that
I was just
makes
trying to,
sense.
yes, I was.
You're right, but I didn't have them, people call and said, why is my relative over here, and said over here on this
Another
one,
communication is right.
so.
they've been
Okay, well,
trying
now I
to
know.
do
I didn't know
the
that.
best that they can, and just, it's remarkable the amount of work and effort that was put into
I get it.
doing
Is
this.
this the first year we put up banners?
Yeah.
I get it, because other towns like Lloyd or Schwangam, they're on every pole, everywhere you go.
First year is always gonna be.
So that's
Once
why
we
maybe
figure
they
it
got the
out,
same
we'll
idea.
have a repetition,
Again,
Mike, to answer your question, that statement, we don't have a center of community, we don't have a center of town.
Right.
I know.
You drive through
Oh,
the 9W corridor is a lot easier. Also with the banners, there's probably some poles on Route 32 between here and Black Hill that we can put them on, but at 55 miles an hour, you gotta read them.
No,
Well, now I got an answer to give people, I didn't have that
Reduce the
before.
speed limit.
We're trying.
the way that it was understood in the beginning, after not exactly in front of people's houses, was it would come up, the banners would come up 44, 55 and down 32. Those were basically gonna be the only road.
Areas, yeah.
Yeah, main audience.
I think for the evolution of it, there has to be a central area, but that's way down the road. This is the first year that we're trying to figure out where to put the things. But you can evolve, as Bob is alluding to, into more centralized space, and then if you look at even like the town of LaGrange, as you're driving through LaGrange, their entire Main Street has all of these banners, and it's in one spot. If you go down Main Street in Fishkill, the same thing.
same thing.
So, that's why I'm asking, this is our first year putting them up. We're a more rural community with limited access where we can put these things up. However, if we're planning, evolving for the town center in the future, you know, we got 13, right, 15. If you plan for space for these things in the future, it would look appropriate and it'll look better. And we won't need permission from Central Hudson where to hang them.
When they first came around, Veterans Day, Bob, and I think Dwight too, put them up at the park, at the Veterans Park. They were nice and low, they were visible, they looked great. Now they're on the poles and they're high and people can't necessarily read them or whatever, but that was not an option that the committee spoke of in the beginning, but maybe one that you guys would like to think about. Or people don't always go to the park, so they wouldn't see them. But everybody wants their banner where they want their banner.
Right.
And let me tell you, not everybody was happy because I didn't get mine where I wanted them. But you go and you do what you do. And again, the guys were very accommodating, and if I pushed it enough, but I didn't, because it's like, they can only do as good as they can do.
Well, when we get this new bucket truck, we'll be able to put them all over the place.
Yes.
No, I'm just being facetious, but my point is, I didn't know that, so now I have an answer to tell people when they call me irate, wondering why their banners aren't where they want.
How many?
That's not the issue, but.
No, because there have been concerns that we're taking care of. We'll talk later, it doesn't have to be on the thing. But we wanna make sure that if somebody is super unhappy, that they, number one, are told the reason, number two, see if something can work out. The one, banner.
Well, if you can't put them on certain poles, then you're not gonna be able to put them on certain poles. That's, that's the bottom line, so it is what it is. And now I can say that to people, I just can't say, I don't know, which I didn't. That's all I'm asking, because this is, new for me.
I apologize for not being so prepared, but.
Well, it's not your fault, it's just.
No, I think you did fine.
Right,
Good.
it's not your fault, nobody's blaming you, it's just that.
Oh, no, but I mean, I'm the secretary of the Veterans Committee. I'm the chairman of the Citizen of the Year Committee, and I certainly didn't do a good presentation with that, but.
It's good enough.
Don't worry, you talk during the whole meeting, so we'll get the point.
Yeah.
Okay.
There are options that other towns do, similar to what we did originally at the Veterans Memorial. Some towns will put poles up specifically in the background and put 6 or 8 of them on each pole.
And that's a suggestion there.
You're not gonna have it in front of your house or in your hamlet.
Right.
And like you said, not everybody's gonna go to the Veterans Memorial, but that is also a good place to be able to maintain them, service them, in case there's wind.
Well, they're all on location.
Damage, so that is an option if the veterans are, because this could get crazy if you start getting a whole lot more banners to go up and more people get upset.
Yeah.
We'll also lose the impact when you spread it over.
There's other places that look like parks,
That lives down the road
or
from me,
even
this is on the corner
your
of
Veterans
Chapel Hill.
Memorial.
By
The
Charlie.
expectations in the
There's
beginning
no
were
one
not defined the way it is, which made people more upset. People thought that they could have it where they wanted.
Correct.
Now we know.
All right.
Move on.
Is there anyone else, any other input?
We're still in open?
Yes,
Yes.
right ahead.
I was just wondering if the board has done anything more since I was speaking about the concerns of handicapped, elderly, food at the top, parking cars, big stones to walk down, or Potterkill Day. You said that you were going to talk on that subject, get together and talk on it. So, what is the progress at this moment?
Would you like to expound on that?
I could.
Okay.
We really haven't discussed that much further than when you brought it up. I mean, we made the suggestion of the transport that night, but we haven't structured any, logistics there other than.
No, we haven't, but,
There's the honest answer.
but I'll give you another part to this, since you brought it up now. If, we'll talk to Linda, hold on, Blackfoot Day is town board?
That's September.
No, yeah, but it's a different line item.
Yeah.
Town board.
So, we're not ignoring it whatsoever.
Okay, I understand.
So I
But it just
suggest,
hasn't come to, there's so much other stuff.
I'll make a motion that we call up the rental company to find out, what it would cost to have a golf cart or one of those longer ones to transport back and forth.
You don't have to tell me anything in specific.
No, I'm doing it now because I don't want, you just said it and it fell by the way, now it fell by the
No,
wayside.
I did not
but-
say that.
No, but what I wanna say is I wanna make a motion that we get a golf cart or something to transport the seniors up and down the hill.
I think that is when you all meet and speak together.
Yeah.
But I'm going to keep reminding you because Plattekill Day is gonna come no matter what. And I really would like to see something done. I've asked for this for a long, long time. My age is wearing out. I would like to see it done this year.
Does anybody want to second it?
And I
I'll
would
second
like
it.
to make sure
Discussion.
that this man already has it in his budget.
I need that part. What was that?
I said, you should have it in your budget.
For which part? For which part?
To have something that can transport people from the flat side of the park up the higher
That's
side.
not a budget that I have.
No. I think it's getting confused, Bobby. Bobby's getting confused. We were talking about having some kind of either blacktop or something to go from the hill
Yeah,
down.
we'll grade it up as a mud and pour. We'll make it better than.
Yeah,
rugged rocks.
that was that
Yeah.
suggestion.
We'll put something down. It's not gonna be asphalt, that'll be a,
No.
that'll be a split path.
No.
Okay.
We'll put some mud and pour something up.
But then also, Willie, what we discussed at the meeting was having, in terms of when Sarah does the layout with the grid,
Yes.
we would have a meeting, a central meeting spot
Right.
for people that needed a ride.
Absolutely.
Right.
And then from that
Ideas.
point, yes, right, so from that point, we literally just need A to B. You get to grid number 23,
Right.
you wait for your ride, you wanna go get food, and we just have to get
And
from A to B.
He has this in his budget,
No.
so it doesn't become a dispute
No.
between
We'll,
him
we'll
and
handle
the
the,
board.
Yeah, we'll take care of
Not
that.
much time for me.
we'll take care of the transport.
I have a motion
We'll
on
not
the
let
floor.
you down, I promise that.
I have a motion on the floor
Yeah.
to get prices for a car. Do we have a
I
second?
seconded it.
Okay, so, Mike, can you?
On the vote?
Yes.
Aye.
Can you call up
Can you
the
get into a
electrical
market
company?
Yeah, I'll do that. All right. And then,
I'm sorry, I didn't get it.
I don't know how expensive, how easy, but again, with Bobby making a nice grade and everything, a railing to go down.
Okay, so hold on, we're getting way,
I'm
way,
just saying,
way,
you
way
know,
ahead of
No,
ourselves.
that was
And
brought up
Way ahead
before.
of ourselves. We'll get the thing graded, and we'll get A to B transport, if I can just,
Yes.
You have to hang on to something.
I get a
That's
helicopter.
why you have kids.
I do.
yeah,
No, but in all honesty, what you're suggesting is part of another project that we just can't
Yeah.
put the
Oh,
cart in front of
no,
the horse
I'm
here.
just
You gotta do one
telling
thing at a
you
time.
in the, think about it.
Yeah.
Because some things are very easy to do and other things are not.
And what you're suggesting there is
Well,
easy
they've
to
offered
do,
up
and then it falls
variations,
apart,
but
and if
they
we think
need
it
to talk
thoroughly
about it.
through, it lasts much, much longer. But it won't be ready by, the railing, Plattekill Day, not happening.
If Bobby grades it, it's much better.
The grading will happen, transport will definitely happen. What is the Willie's Walkway, the OSHA stuff that we gotta get done,
We
that's
still-
where you're talking.
That's the other. No, she's still talking about still grading.
Yeah, the grade down, but that's
Yeah.
still part of the whole
Yeah,
thing.
that is.
all right. I think we talked
Part
enough
two.
about,
Next.
is there anybody else that has anything else they'd like to say?
Go with your executive.
All right, so then I'll make a motion then at, 8:04 to close, public input.
Second.
On the vote? Aye. Okay, next, no, go in executive session, we'll talk about the police car.
Yeah.
What, so,
Who seconded that?
Joe, Steve, pick one.
and, well, that's the main thing, if there's anything else. All right, I'll make a motion that we go into executive session to discuss, with the police car.
Can we invite the PD in on this discussion?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
On the vote?